Diablo 4 is another Activision Blizzard game that has graced its presence on GeForce Now, along with Call of Duty and Overwatch. As one of Blizzard's fastest selling games, will GeForce Now be able to accommodate all these users and play the game well on the platform? Well, gear up, because we'll be covering the game on the Priority and Ultimate tiers. Let's get evil.
Now, our true work begins.
Now first things first, GeForce Now supports the Steam version of this game only. They'll add Battle.net support soon. The game still needs a Battle.net account synced to your Steam account in order to play. I recommend going to the Battle.net website and doing this before you jump on GeForce Now. Let's get started with the Priority tier. Now you're probably wondering, why no free tier? Well, to be honest, this is usually a fully priced game. Thankfully, it's on sale as of the making of this video. So generally, if you can afford this, you can probably afford a paid GeForce Now tier. Just keeping it real. Now the Priority tier is comprised of two different machine configurations, the RTX 2080 and the RTX 3060 respectively. Both usually perform pretty similarly in most games, but not all the time. Is that the case with Diablo 4? Let's see. GeForce Now has the graphics settings set to the high default setting at 1080p. I'm gonna max out the FPS and turn VSync off just to see what each configuration can hit. Now as you can see, both have no problem hitting 60 FPS. In fact, they can double this on average. But of course, none of this really matters because the Priority tier stream maxes out at 60. Now if you're worried if latency is a factor for you, remember that latency depends on three things: your internet connection, your device responsiveness, and the distance from the server. I generally play on PC with a fast Ethernet connection on my Xbox controller. With gamepad support, this would make it easy to play on mobile. But who plays Diablo on mobile? Am I right?
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
You can play on your tablet too.
And he's exactly right. With GeForce Now, you can play on any device where GeForce Now is supported. But let's be real, this is a mouse and keyboard game, and responsiveness has been generally really good. But remember, your personal situation might be completely different, especially those on Wi-Fi and on a mobile device. So if the Priority tier can hit numbers like this, how powerful is the Ultimate tier gonna be running this game? Well, the Ultimate tier is known for its 4K streams at 120Hz, which the Ultimate tier can handle incredibly well. Almost too well in fact, and Diablo 4 is no exception. The graphics settings are set to high, not ultra, but the textures are the only real difference. And to be honest, it's not a real difference. Everything else is maxed out and scaling options aren't even set. And frame generation is off. I got an average FPS of 200 at 4K throughout my complete gameplay, and the FPS goes up from here. Another thing the Ultimate tier is known for is the ultra-wide monitor support. Thankfully, Diablo 4 supports ultra-wide monitors, and the game looks phenomenal with everything maxed out. I got an average of about 250 FPS. It's really impressive. Now the only thing I'm not impressed with is the other big feature of the Ultimate tier, the 240Hz stream at 1080p. This is not supported for the game, and I have no idea why. At 1080p, maxed out, I hit frames from 250 to around 350. And with frame generation on, I hit the max FPS of 400, easy. So I have no idea why the 240 FPS stream is not available. It doesn't make any sense to me. So apparently, you'll have to settle for the 120 FPS stream. Bummer. Overall, the lack of the 240 FPS stream is really the only major downside of playing Diablo 4 on the Ultimate tier. And if you don't have a 240Hz monitor, you're not going to care anyway. Performance and overall gameplay were absolutely stellar. So if you're new to GeForce Now, and if you're wondering on the differences on each tier of the platform, we have a full review video for you above. Now if you like this overview of Diablo 4 on GeForce Now, give us a like. Also, make sure to join as a member of the channel or join our Patreon and our Discord in the links below. And above all else, make sure to subscribe to keep it locked right here at the only place where you can do battle in gaming heaven, Cloud Gaming Battle.